Have you ever heard of the ventral water stream? No, it is not the way the water flows, not even the way in which we go streaming live on the various social media platforms. Rather, it is the way in which we recognize objects. It subserves the process of discriminating between various different visual characters. Quite surprising, isn't it? Let us find out how. When we see an object, light from outside enters our eyes, wherein the cones convert the light energy into chemical energy. These signals then travel all their way to reach the geniculate nucleus of the thalamus, which acts as the relay station for the information the body collects. From here, the signals are pushed to the visual cortex, and this marks the beginning of the ventral word stream. The subcortical regions of this cortex helps in making sense of what we see. These small areas are symbolized as V1, V2, etc. They look onto the various characteristics like edges, curvatures, and angles of the object and send the signals to the temporal lobe. It has two major systems called the familiarity and the recency discrimination system residing in the perihinal cortex and the recollective system centered in the hippocampus. These systems together contribute to the identification through association of different sensory features. It is performed in four stages. The first in the basic stage is when the components of the objects like color etc. are processed. In the second stage, a figure ground segregation takes place based on the familiarity of the basic components. Following this, a match takes place between the visual representation and the structural descriptions in the memory. And finally, in the concluding stage, we find that a semantic attributes are applied to the visual representation. This hereby ends the stream and concludes the process of object recognition. So, if you can recognize this as a leaf and this too as a leaf, despite the differences in their leaf structures, say thanks to the ventral word stream.